Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about caffeine. So this is a huge topic with eczema, and I feel like there's not a lot of good information out there. So if you're familiar with me from a long time ago, my very first video, I even suggested drinking green tea to heal eczema, but boy was I wrong. So all forms of caffeine, whether it's coffee, green tea, black tea, it doesn't matter. If it has caffeine in it, it will increase something called Th2. So backing up a little bit, eczema is an autoimmune disorder, typically caused by leaky gut and all the toxins that are in our bodies. So one huge aspect about eczema that makes it unique as an autoimmune disorder is that basically biologically we have something called killer cells, and in a normal functioning person they work very well. So basically we have antibodies and they will go around and flag something and say, hey, this isn't supposed to be in the body, and so then the killer cells will go in and kill all of the things that were flagged. So what happens when you have an autoimmune disorder, so basically our immune system's out of whack. So our immune systems will be in overdrive and try to kill pretty much everything. And so that's kind of why it results in us having eczema. Other autoimmune disorders include things like asthma, Crohn's disease. IBS isn't really an autoimmune disorder, but it's around the same topic. So with that being said, let's dive further into what an autoimmune disorder is. So basically, autoimmune disorders kind of fall into two categories. They're either Th1 dominant or Th2 dominant. So it just kind of means T cells. It's just a type of cell. They're both killer cells and they kind of work a little bit differently. And so, for example, a Th1 dominant autoimmune disorder would be psoriasis, but a Th2 dominant would be eczema. So we're Th2 dominant. So unfortunately, there are certain substances that will further create a dominance of that killer cell, which is bad news for us and will make our eczema worse. So one of those things is, unfortunately, caffeine. So what was happening when I first made that video is that I would drink a bunch of, it was green tea, but it was a bunch of water, and so water helps reduce the redness in your eczema. So it was not because I was drinking the green tea, it was because I was drinking a lot of water. So let's dive into coffee a little bit more. A lot of people like to ask me if they can have decaf coffee. You can, but it has to be in moderation, and it has to be decaffeinated through the Swiss water method. So the decaffeination process of a lot of coffees is really nasty. It is very chemically done. It is just a mess, and I really don't want you guys consuming that because that will make your eczema flare. But coffee kind of has a laxative property to it, whether it's the decaf or whether it's regular, and that's not so great on our gut. It will cause bloating, gas. It's just not good if you're trying to heal. If you're trying to heal your eczema, avoid coffee, avoid green tea, avoid black tea, and try doing what I do and drink an herbal tea. So something that's actually very healing is milk thistle tea, echinacea tea, or paw de arco tea. So what I have in that cup back there is a couple milk thistle. I buy a certain brand, and so the milk thistle teas will come in these circular bags. So I just have 2 bags in my cup back there. So milk thistle is really good at detoxing the liver, and especially if you're in stage 1 eczema, it will help it tremendously. I kind of just got hooked onto the tea, and now I drink it because it makes me feel good. So when you go to Starbucks, ask them if they have any herbal teas. Herbal pretty much means caffeine free, or you can just ask them if they have any caffeine free teas. Be careful though, because some teas can have an ingredient called natural flavors, or it can have dyes in it, like red dye or yellow dye, and all of those are very toxic. So your best bet is to get it at the store, just like a box of herbal tea. Check the ingredients in the back, make sure it is whatever it should be. If it's milk thistle, it should just say milk thistle, and you should be good to go. I will say, if you're someone who drinks coffee every single day, you will go through caffeine withdrawals. It may include things like a headache, or you may be a little bit grumpy, but after a week, if you're drinking water continuously and if you're using milk thistle, your body should be fine and it should detox off of the caffeine pretty well. So I believe in you guys, and you can definitely go without coffee. It's not that bad, and plus you really shouldn't be addicted to a substance anyway. Coffee can be very addictive. So I want you guys to be the healthiest people you can possibly be and be able to heal your skin in the process. So that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any recommendations for videos, put them in the comments down below, but I have a list of like 50 videos that I want to film, so there's no shortage here. I will see you guys in my next video, and have a great day. Bye!
Crashing waves